Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura or lauraxstitches and it's been a little bit of time. I think it's been since February since I was here last, but that's okay. We'll get into that in a minute. I hope you're all doing well. It's May the something, I think it's the 26th, and I thought I would film a little Flosstube video. There's been lots happening, so I thought I would come back finally and talk about a few things. I've got lots of stuff hanging around me. So before I begin, I just want to let you all know that I will have timestamps in the description. So if you're not interested in particular parts, just click through. So I'll have a quick little update of what's been going on, and then I'll talk about my WIPs, and then I'll have a haul section, which is going to be long-ish. Not long, but there's a bit to talk about because I've had my birthday and a few other things and it's been a few months. And then I'll have plans at the end, so that kind of gives you an idea of what's happening. So I'll have timestamps so you can click through and skip the bits that you're not interested in, which is totally fair enough. So what have I been up to? Well, I was totally planning to come back in, I think it was March, but at the start of March I got really sick. I thought it was COVID, but it wasn't. It was a really bad throat infection that pretty much 2 weeks, I had 2 weeks off work. And I was only working 3 days, so, or 2 days. At that point I was working 2 days a week, so it wasn't like forever, but really bad. And the antibiotics they gave me originally, my body wasn't a fan of, so I had to go and get some more, so it took an extra little bit of time. Sorry, the dogs are in, I'm just curious. It took a little bit of extra time to figure out what was going on, but yeah, throat infection and the second lot of antibiotics really helped, so that's good. And obviously during that time, stitching was kind of the last thing on my mind. I was too sick to do that. And then I didn't pick up any stitching until, I did a little bit here and there, but I really picked it up again only a couple of weeks ago. But I do have a bit of progress to show you. What else has been going on? It was Lily's first birthday 2 days ago. So that happened really quick. We had a lovely day. I was at work and so was Matt, so she had a day at daycare, which she loves. It's a normal day and they had a little party for us. That's really nice. Love that. And we've got her actual party this weekend, so that'll be fun. Work, I've picked up an extra day like I kind of alluded to before, so I'm working 3 days instead of 2, so life's pretty crazy for me right now. But yeah, works whatever. Pretty normal. The big news in terms of Stitchy life is that the Vic Stitches 2022 retreat was held last weekend. Finally, Vic Stitches happened. It's been in the works since 2019. Obviously, with everything in the world, it was postponed kind of indefinitely until we could see a way out, and that was last weekend. So I had the best time. It was so good. It was so much work to organise, obviously, but it was so worth it. The amazing 60 stitches that came were incredible. They were so kind and generous and patient and fun loving and silly, and we just had the best weekend. It was so fun. I'll talk more about it kind of as I go through things, because a lot of the stuff I'm going to show you is from the retreat. So but yeah, it was just the best time. It was so nice to have one in my state, which is unusual. So Vic Stitches will be happening next year, but I don't have any dates or anything just yet. I don't want to say these are the exact dates. I have an idea, but I want to check with a couple of different venues, as we would like to make it a little bit bigger. So I want to do all that first, lock in a venue, and then I can kind of give out dates and prices and all that kind of stuff. But everyone was really keen for another one, which makes me so happy. So it'll be back. So don't message me asking for a waiting list or anything. I don't have one. I don't have a waiting list, but I do. I will let you know when things are a bit more organised. But the other ones only just finished, so give me a break. Give myself a break. But yeah, I'll talk about the retreat throughout the whole thing. But I think that's about it. I think I'm going to start with WIPs first. I'm just showing you all of them because I have worked on all my WIPs. If you don't know, I have 6 WIPs going at the moment. It was actually 7, but I have UFO'd the ABC dinosaur sale from Clouds Factory. Not forever. I just don't want to do sales at the moment, so I've just UFO'd it to be a potential new start when I finish another project. That's where it is now. I classify my WIPs into size, so I have full coverage, large, medium, small, and I also have a special one, and I also have a matte one. So Matt's my husband, and he's given me patterns over the years, so I put all of his into one category. Special just means it's either like a gift or a special occasion or something like that. So let's get started. The first one I'll show you, and if you see these, all of my project bags bar one are from Taryn from Teaser Handmaids, and she'll be linked below. Hopefully I remember to do that. She's on Facebook, and it has a vinyl front. You can opt to get a zipper pull, which I often do. These are the best bags. I always get them in a set with a Notions pouch. I've got two in here for some reason, and a Q-snap cover. She's amazing. If you're Australian, you need to check her out. She's incredible. So this is my full coverage, which is a Heaven and Earth design. It's called Mini Clockwork Dragonling, and it's by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. That's the artist. And this is what it will look like when finished. So I restarted this sometime in 2017. I had started it in 2016, but I did it on 25 count 2/1 full cross, which was so bulky. So I switched it up to 1/1 full cross. And I'm doing it on still 25 count, and it's on the easy count grid, magic guide, whatever the one is with the 10 by 10. Hopefully I popped in a picture of what it was looking like last time. I've worked on this for a few things. It's been called for WIP Go, which I'll get into in plans, and other things like that, but I'll show you where it is now. So I've obviously mainly been working in background. I've really been working over here on this side because I do something called the typewriter method, and if you watch Stitching Mummy, she's talked about it quite a number of times, and I'm pretty sure she put up a video about how to do it a little while ago. Also, I don't know what the focus is like. I think it's okay. We'll see. So the typewriter method is you work left to right, top to bottom, and fill it all in. So this is the width of the whole piece, and so I started doing this. I think I started with Cross Country by Paige, which is why there's like random parts done. Didn't like that. I moved to parking. Don't like that. Typewriter. That's my thing. These are leftover park threads that will be worked in soon. So I just pick the first symbol closest to the top. I do a thread of that, then I look at the next symbol, do a thread of that, and it kind of goes on from there. So I've been over here because I had to catch up because this part had a fair bit not done. So next time I pick it up, there is a little bit left here, but I think I might try and get these threads in because they're super annoying. So I'll probably work in this area for a little while. That's my beautiful Haid. I worked on this at the retreat for, I think it was the Saturday and Sunday. I didn't get a huge amount of stitching. I was a bit busy, but I did get a few hundred in over here, and that was really nice. Easy retreat work, especially with Pattern Keeper. I think I've done like 10%, or maybe it's less than that. I'm not sure. I can't remember. So that is that one. And I'm working on a dimensions kit. If I can get it out of the bag. It kind of awkwardly fits. So it's a Dimensions Gold collection. It's called Aurora Cabin. It's beautiful. It's going to take me a bazillion years to do, but I don't really care. I don't know, years. I'm really hoping it's not going to take me years and years and years, but it will take me a while. I'm doing this with all the kit supplies, so thread and fabric. I recently went and photocopied the pattern so I could highlight it because it was just doing my head in. So that's good. Here's a picture of last time. The fabric is a 16 count Aida, or it might be an 8. I think it's a 16 count. I'm not sure. It's not stiff like cardboard, but it isn't floppy either. So here's where we are now. You can see that I've worked on random spots. What I did originally was start in the middle and then I worked my way to the top, bottom and both sides because I'd heard that sometimes the fabric that they give you is too small and I didn't want to deal with that. So the main thing I've been doing now is again typewriter method, but I'm doing this in halves because that's what the pattern is like. They give it to you in 2 half sheets. So I'm working on this side to start with. So you can see I've been working all up in this background. Most of that, actually all of that I think that I've been doing is half stitches. Most of it's with 6 strands, so it's really thick. This part here with the light purple has a blending filament on top too. They're called overlay stitches. So you have to do the colour first and then you put the blending filament on top afterwards. So you kind of stitch the same thing twice, which is a bit annoying, but it's okay. So, and this hasn't been that bad to work on. I don't mind it actually. I wasn't, originally when I first started, I did not like the 6 strands. And yeah, it's not the easiest thing to pull through, but I actually don't mind it. So that's that. And obviously you can see it's quite big, so it's going to take me a while. But it is a large piece for a reason. Oh, needle minders, I forgot to tell you. I don't really remember where I got this one from, but this otter, these otters I should say, are from Ginger Stitch AU on, well, I got them from Etsy, and I'll talk lots more about Ginger Stitch AU later. So that's my large, and I am currently working on that one as my focus piece for a little while. This is the only bag that's not from Taryn, and it's one I made myself. This medium piece is Evening in the Shire by Cute Patterns by Maria. Here's the picture, what it will look like. It's mainly backstitch in a few different thicknesses, I suppose you would say. Sorry if you can hear my washing machine. There's 1, 2 and 3 strand backstitch. It's mainly in black and greys. I started this with the amazing Debbie Wilson, who's finished hers, and it looks incredible. I don't have my book with me that has all the fabric names, so I will have it all listed in the description in case you're wondering what the name of each fabric is. I know this is a Colour Cascade 32 count Lugana. I just can't remember the name of the fabric. I think it might be After the Rain actually. So hopefully I popped in a picture of what it looked like before. Here it is now. I don't think this has had too much work on it. So I've finished 1 half and you've seen it since then, and now I'm working kind of on this bit. I'm trying to kind of complete it all the way down. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky with the amount of counting you have to do. Sometimes you want to get some of the cross stitches in, but they're kind of few and far between, so that should not take me too much longer to do. It's pretty much this part, and a lot of it is some big back stitch that won't take very long. So hopefully I can get this done in June maybe. That'd be really cool. So there's my medium piece, and again that rainbow needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. A lot of them are that I have. Now last time you saw me I was working on a small by Lizzie Kate called Love My Dog, and I'm stitching this twice, once for each dog, and I finished the first one. The reason I chose that dog first, if you're wondering, is because this is kind of their colour and my other dog's is orange, so I just went with this one to start with. I stitched this on a random piece of fabric and I finished it. So this one's for Sky. That's it there. So I will stitch this again over here for our other dog Evie, and the house will, the kennel, sorry, will be orange instead, because that's kind of what we decided her colour was. Sky is blue because the sky is blue. There you go. Much bigger than I thought, but super cute. I was going to stitch it again straight away, but I decided to not do that, and I instead randomly chose another WIP. This is a bluey bag. And I realised that my auntie has stolen my 6x6 Q-snap because she was borrowing it at the retreat, so I'm going to have to get that back from her. But anyway, I'm now working on Koality Day. It's just what I'm calling it, by Geeky Stitching Co. And she, Jess, made this as a fundraiser for the 2020 bushfires in Australia. They were in Victoria, but also some other places. So I thought it was high time I got this out, which was nice when it was randomly picked. I'm using all of the kit supplies. So it came with Ada, and I think it's a 14 count. And I can see that I stopped stitching this randomly at the retreat because it's got like some thread still left on. I stopped because I really wanted to work on my Hage. So that's where I'm at now. So just some bits and pieces kind of done on that one. But that won't take too long. This Ada is really soft. It's quite nice to work on actually. So I'll either put it in my bigger Q-snap, my 8x8, but I don't know if it'll fit, or I'll put it in a hoop and just stitch it that way. Another cute to just stitch a needle miter. So that's my small. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you about that, and excuse the noise and the tangly amount of thread that I've got going on here, but this is the first time I'm using my floss drops from Ginger Stitch AU, funnily enough. And I think they look really cool. I've got them in order of, actually that should be over there. I've got them in order of what was on the kit. And they're the Constellation ones. I'll show you these in a bit better detail in haul. But yeah, I'm excited to start trying to use these more. I need to get some kind of like stickers or something to put on the back so I can know exactly what I'm using them for. Because I would like to start putting my dimensions threads, because they kind of all come in a bit of a mess. I'd like to put, that is really loud, my washing machine. I'd like to put them onto some floss drops or floss cards or something. The next one I'm going to show you is in this llama bag, and it is my matte piece, and it's by Valenti Cross Stitch, and it's called Grey Dragon. It's another full coverage, but a lot smaller than a Hage. This one is starting to shape up really nicely. And I think I'm just stitching it on a random piece of 18 count Ada, which is a little bit not nice to touch. But here's where we are now. So you can really see that kind of circular shape coming through there, and the dragon starting to form in the middle. The red and the orange and the yellow look really cool. There's not much of that throughout the piece, so it'll really pop when it does come up. So it looks awesome. These needle minders, this one is a Winter is Coming needle minder from Game of Thrones that Matt 3D printed me, and this one is the dogs that I got made through the Cross Stitches of Ballarat group. So yeah, very cool, very cool. So that just gets worked on when it comes up, really. It'll get done eventually. And lastly, for WIPs, this is in another Taran bag. It's a little bit different. I got this one made with a stitching piece I'd finished from the Mittagon Stitches 2019 retreat. This was their logo that I stitched up. They gave it as a pattern, and I got Taran to match some fabric to it, which looks really cool. Orange is my colour. So this is my special, and this is the Temperature Tree by Stitching Mummy. I'm doing this for my daughter as it's a year. So I started it on the day she was born, and I'm doing it until last Tuesday, but it's definitely not finished, which is fine. I'm doing it 1/1 on 28 count, which is super fun. Really tiny stitches, it's beautiful. And it's on a piece of, I think, Pole Stitches fabric, but I'll put that in the description below as well. So yeah, here it is now. So I think the main thing I've been doing is getting these branches finished. I've just got to finish April's branch, and then the tree is completely done, and then I can go back to working on the temperatures, which is cool. Her birth date, like literally when she was born, is up here that I backstitched in brown, but I'm going to take that out and redo it either in brown but differently or in a different color itself. The brown I'm using, I think, is Gentle Arts Brown Bear. I think that's what it's called. I might actually have that in here. Is it Gentle Arts? Yes. Go me. So it's got some really nice variegation throughout the whole thing. This needle minder is from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. This was a fundraiser needle minder for the fires as well, and I thought it was really perfect for this. So cute. So that will continue to be stitched on. It's now, like, I just have to finish it pretty much because all the dates are done. The other thing I'm going to do is backstitch down here some lettering. It's going to say Lily's first year or something like that. So that'll be cool. And there are my WIPs. Worked my way down to only a few WIPs, and I'm really liking how that goes. The other thing I worked on that I don't have with me is the Retreat Small. So we didn't have to. There was an option to participate in the Smalls Exchange, and I was like, I better do that. So it got to a week before the retreat and I hadn't started, and I was going to do the Quality Day, but I just didn't want to, and so I decided to stitch something else. So I stitched on, I call it Stitch Every Day, but it's called something else, and it's by Lizzie Kate, and I had bought it from JK's Cross Stitch Supplies, and it came with the linen and the charm, and I just put whatever threads I had that were called for plus anything else. I kind of just matched it up. So hopefully I took a photo of it at some point when it was finished, whether framed or not. All I did for the small was I just framed it in a frame, like a wooden one, kind of went nicely, and I put in some silks and other threads, I think. I don't know if they were all silks, and some chocolates. So I put them all into a little bag, and the beautiful Jade got that, and Jade is a gem. So I was really excited to know that she got that. And I'll show you what small I got in a moment. Now, I just wanted to give an update in terms of giveaways. I haven't sent anything out. I was even meant to give something to Narelle at the retreat, and I forgot it every day. So I'll have to get her address. And every day I said, oh, I'll just bring it tomorrow, and I never did. She's very kind and forgiving. So if you've won something and I haven't sent it out, I will get there. It's just not at the top of my list right now, and I'm just not doing any more giveaways at the moment because I don't want to have people waiting forever, because that seems to be how it happens. Anyway, I'm going to jump into haul now. So if you're not interested in haul, go to the next timestamp in the description, which will be plans. So I have haul from just buying stuff, and I have haul from birthday, and I have haul from the retreat. So what I'm not going to show you is my threads of the month, because I had about 4 months of threads to show you, and they've all been shown before, and they're Gentle Arts and Weeks, and I put them all away yesterday. So I'm still in that. I'm just not showing you them today. Okay, so I did receive a Christmas card. I know it sounds weird, but it was coming from America, and I think it just took its sweet time to get to me. But I wanted to show you because it came with some really cute flush drops. And this is from Darla Kai Stitcher. I call her Kai Stitcher. It might be KY Stitcher. I'm so sorry. But a bunch of Santas. And they're like a nice card. So there's a few there, which is awesome. So I can use those when I have a little Christmassy kit, or if I just want some Santa in my life. So thank you so much, Darla. I did get it. I don't think I even told you that I got it, but I did get it. And now I've finally shown people that. I did also get I got a lot of things from Ginger Stitch AU, and you'll see a bunch in a minute. But my sister bought really similar things for my birthday for me, which is very funny. So she also bought me a set of the Constellation needle floss straps. So I have 2 sets, which is cool, because that means if I have a project with 20, because they come in sets of 10. So if I have a project with 20 threads, I can match them up if I wanted to. So they're beautiful, and they're like laser cut with acrylic. So they're really good, and you can pop a little sticker on the back, which is, I think, my plan. I bought some of the NYX ones and so did she. So I have 2 sets of the honeycomb, which is so cute. So very exciting. Very nice, very nice. A couple of needle minders I've shown you. I also bought this little red panda, which is the cutest thing in the whole world. So I remember buying that one. I think my sister got me this one. It says Hello Adventure. Whoops. Because Matt and I bought a camper van. So she thought that would suit really nicely. And we also both bought this awesome tape. It's got all stitchy stuff all over it, which is cute. Oh look, I matched it up. And then I didn't. Anyway, so there's the really cool washi tape. I think it's washi tape. Love Ginger Stitch. I'll just talk about him now because he's the best. So Zane is Ginger Stitch AU and he came to the retreat. He was one of the vendors. And Zane came with Huss, his partner, who is just the most beautiful person. They're the cutest people in the whole world. I love them so much. And they brought Teddy. Now Teddy is their corgi, 8-month-old corgi, who's massive for 8 months, like long. He's not fat, he's long. And Teddy was our little mascot, and Teddy was very funny. And so it's really, really nice to have them there. But I just can't thank them enough for coming. It was so nice to finally meet them. Zane was like, you've been buying from me for 5 years. And I was like, are you serious? I didn't even know that. It's been so long. And now we've finally met and he's just the best. He's so nice. And just so, I don't know, easy to talk to and get along with. I had the best time. So fingers crossed they come back next time. But please go and support Zane. If you're in America, it's probably easier for you to go to his Amazon. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that. But he does have an Amazon shop, so you can get them off there. But that's the American Amazon, not the Aussie one. Okay, other birthday gifts. My mum was great and she got me a bunch of patterns, which I wasn't expecting. So she got me the swans and the jackrabbit because she couldn't find the fox, which is fair enough. So she got me those, which I'm super pumped about. I really like this series. I think I'm going to pick and choose. The bear is great. Love the bear. But some of them are like, obviously, like this is obviously American because we don't have jackrabbits, but look at the ears. I couldn't say no. But like the bald eagle's really American. So I don't know if I want to stitch that for my house, but these are cool. So anyway, got those. And then she also got me the rest of the patterns I needed for the, what's the word? The Magical Mystery Tour from Blackbird Designs. All of the Beatles charts. So I needed Eleanor Rigby. And I love the Sweet Baby. So I'm really tempted to do that. But Eleanor Rigby's beautiful. Octopus's Garden. I'm so sorry about that. It's in a shiny packet. I love Octopus's Garden. So cool. The Long and Winding Road. Again, another really cool one. And Blackbird. So I have the other ones, which are Yellow Submarine and Strawberry Fields. So now I have the set. So they'll pop up when they get called, because I like to randomly choose my starts. Then Matthew got me a really cool kit from Unconventional Cross Stitch that came in a box. Now Unconventional Cross Stitch is from Perth, so it's really great to support a Perth business, an Australian business. And my mum purchased the patterns from, I'm pretty sure, from A Stitch in Time in Tassie. So trying our best to keep it local as best as we can. Now I can never remember how to open this because I'm not good at this. There we go. So I had a look on Unconventional Cross Stitch and I found a beautiful pattern that I really wanted to stitch. And so Matt was very kind. There it is. Sorry for the crinkle. Was very kind, and it was my birthday present, and it was this one, of course. This is called Blue Heeler Night. My dogs are healers. They're red healers, but they didn't have one. And the blue healers are beautiful. And it just looks really cool. So it's a full coverage pattern. It's 200 by 200. And I have the paper copy and also the electronic copy, so I can put it into Pattern Keeper, I hope. Obviously, as a kit, it came with all the threads and the 25 count, whatever it's called. But yeah, that's my favorite thing to stitch on, so I'll be doing this 1/1 on that. Awesome colors, and I love seeing the little pink that I know is going to be in the Blue Heeler's tongue. Super cute. Oh wait, no, his tongue's not out. Something else. Okay, so the other cool thing it came with was a variegated thread, which kind of goes really nicely with the pattern itself. A bobbin and some needles. So there'll be enough in there for me to stitch the whole thing, which is pretty cool. And also a needle minder of the pattern. How cool's that? I love it. It also came with this sticker. So I might need to put that on my bobbin box. I think that'd be really cool. So it's like a cute little extra package you get with it. So yeah, really excited to have that. And it came with a bunch of instructions and things. So yeah, that was my birthday haul. Okay, let's talk about the smalls I received from the retreat. The first one I actually was given after the smalls exchange because this is like a pop culture one and the person didn't know what it was. They're like, you can have it if you want, like it's totally fine. So this is the Zelda Sword and Shield. And this was actually stitched by Zane from Ginger Stitch AU, so I was really excited to take a piece of his stitching home with me. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Probably with my other things I haven't displayed yet. But that was really cool. Excited to have that. The one I actually chose, I chose because it had Outlander stuff on the outside. And this was stitched by, of course, Mel, Patchy Granny Stitcher, who is just amazing. Just the best. And so I saw her bring it in because obviously everyone was giving them to me to put away. But I didn't choose it because it was from Mel, though that was really cool. I chose it because of the Outlander stuff. She had like Outlander like cards, I guess, on the outside. So because she didn't want somebody to choose it who didn't know what or like Outlander. So I obviously picked it, and I was waiting and I was really scared because it took ages for my name to come up and I was a little bit stressed, but then we got there. So she put in some shortbread, which I need to crack into. I haven't even opened it yet. Ridiculous. And also, this is so cool. So they're like Outlander picks that have been like laminated, I guess, or they're just like printed on photo. I'm not really sure. But what she's done is she's put holes all in the bottom. So these are floss cards. And I think I'm going to put this in with my Aurora Cabin because it's got lots of space. And I really think that that's really good because a lot of the stuff in Aurora Cabin is blended. So I kind of wanted to put them on some kind of card like this. And the small itself was a biscornu, which is my favorite word. This is the biscornu. It's got beautiful Scottish thistles on it. And I said to Mel, it's actually amazing because my family is Scottish. My dad, we've been to Scotland. My dad's done the family tree. That's where my family comes from. And I love Scottish stuff. If I was to do a chatelaine, it would be the Scottish mandala, but I still don't know if I want to commit to that. And then it has this beautiful quote on the back. It has always been forever for me, Sassenach. So that just made me really happy. So thank you, Mel. While I'm on the topic of Mel, I was lucky enough to sit with Mel, Mitch Dish Michelle, Kerry, creative curator, Kelly from Animal Instinct. Oh, sorry, this is taking me ages to think of these people. And Deb Wilson and Christy from Once Upon a Needle Minder. They were kind of the crew that I was sitting with. And thank you so much, ladies, for being just a soundboard for me while I was kind of a little bit stressed a few times. You gave me opinions, you gave me backup, you was so fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just had the best time with you. And I always miss you because you're all from not near me, except for Christy. She's actually an hour and a half away. But the rest of you are all not near me. And so it's really lovely to see you. And thank you so much for making the retreat what it was. So that was my amazing small that I'm going to find a spot for now. Next thing was I purchased from Zane. I didn't get much from Zane because I had a lot of it. With these floss drops, aren't they beautiful? Oh, they're gorgeous. So I'm going to put a ring on those and use them for something. Speaking of rings, one of the other vendors that was there was Christy from Once Upon a Needle Minder, which I've talked about just before. And I wanted to show you what I purchased from her. I got a couple of needle minders and I got this cute zipper pull for a little ladybug. I think I might put that on my Bluey bag because it kind of just suits Bluey a lot from some of the stuff in the show. So that's where that's going to go. And I also got this one, Slightly Bitter, which just made me have a little giggle. So I got that one. And this is my first Outlander needle minder. It says, "Your honey pot is bare." Ah, that made me so happy. So a little bit of an Outlander weekend for me. So I'll pop that on something. So thank you, Christy. You're amazing. Liz was also there with her jewelry, and I don't know if Liz has a shop or anything. So I'll try and find out and post it below. But the first pair of earrings, you know me and earrings. Today I've got really boring ones in, but I've got some balloon animals. Balloon dogs. Too cute. And then I also purchased these. They're little jars of stars, and you can shake them up and they move around. So I thought they would be really cute to wear all the time. So thank you, Liz. And I think, yes, the last vendor that we had there was Teresa from Daisy Chain Stitchery. Oh my God. I love Teresa. I've met Teresa a couple of times now, and actually I met her first in 2018 at the Mirabilia retreat, and then ever since then I've seen her one other time, which is sad, but that's how it is when you live interstate. So she brought like her whole shop. She brought it all with her, and we went a little bit mad because obviously you guys know in Australia it can be hard for us to see fabrics in the flesh before we buy them and to see patterns before we buy them. So we kind of went a little bit crazy. So I went up twice. The first time I went up, I purchased 3 charts. I found the fox, so yay, now I have that guy, so that can go with my other ones. And I also purchased 2 heartstring samplery kits that I couldn't say no, and I have seen these around, but I've never bought them. So there's Whip It Good, and whoop, there it is. And I was just singing the whole time after I saw those, so those 2 made me really happy, so I purchased those. They're the only charts I bought. Be proud of me, please. Then during that purchase time, I also purchased an amazing piece of fabric, and I just bought it. I saw, what part did I see? It must have been like that, which, I mean, that looks amazing, right? And it's called Neapolitan ice cream. So Teresa's like, when I was purchasing it, she's like, get it out and look at it. Are you kidding me? How amazing is this fabric? It's literally Neapolitan ice cream. So I don't know what on earth I'm going to stitch on it, but I'll find something. So the dyer of that is close to Teresa. So go to her shop and see if you can find it. I'm not sure of many more details than that. See if you can find it. She did say, I think, that she maybe doesn't have any at the moment, but go and see if she can get some in. And I'll probably buy more of that one day because that is beautiful. And the second time I went up, Teresa was really kind and gifted me a couple of things because she's amazing. One of them, which I'm going to open now, was this bag that she has made up from my shop. Super cute. So I'm going to use that all the time. It's really, really nicely made. Perfect. Chuck stuff in. Great. It's a bag. Of course you're going to put stuff in it. I wanted some rings, so I got them. And then I had these fabrics. So I wanted some neutrals because I'm a little bit obsessed with crazy fabric. And sometimes I've been trying to kit some stuff up and I just don't have the fabric. So I purchased 32 Count Vintage Smoky White Belfast linen. So it is a white, but it's got some like beautiful, that's actually quite good, beautiful modelling through it. It's kind of nice. And I got some platinum. Because sometimes you just need something like that. And I'm a little bit crazy and I don't do it sometimes. But again, thank you so much, Teresa, for coming. I think I said it all at the retreat, but oh my gosh. Again, supporting Aussie businesses, we've got to try and do it as much as we can so they stick around for us. And I can't wait to see you again, whenever that is. Next, I wanted to, let me just check I've said everything. Oh! Ah, there it is. I also purchased a scissor fob. I thought it was beautiful. This is from the creative curator, Kerry. So she makes these by hand. They are just incredible. I also bought one for my sister that had rainbow and then a bee at the end, because she was looking after Lily and she came in and had a little look and then walked off. So I said, no, I'll buy that for you. So thank you, Kerry, again for everything. I'm just making sure I've shown you all the stuff before I show you the bag. So we did have a goodie bag at the retreat and this is what it looked like. These are pockets, which Mel found out, which was really cool because I didn't know. And my sister has a Cricut, so we made personalised keychains for everyone. So that was on there. This just has the date where it was, all that kind of stuff on there. So inside, firstly, we kind of put these in after everyone came. These are from Christy at Once Upon a Needle Miter. There's some counting pins and she had 2 sets and these are the winter set. They're the ones that I got. Beautiful. And then she also had Aussie because the retreat theme, if there was one, was Aussie winter because we kind of all like all the winter patterns are Christmas themed. So we wanted to get some stuff that was not Christmassy but also winter. So in terms of patterns, I can't show you this one because there's no cover photo, but Mojo Stitches made us a beautiful pattern called Winter is Whale Tails, because that's when you can go and see the whales. So it's beautiful. I can't wait to stitch it because I will obviously be stitching them all up. The amazing Jess at Geeky Stitching Co allowed us to, she donated this to us to give to everyone. Let's Get Cozy, which is very cute and very wintry and not Christmassy at all. Love that. Where's the next one? This is from Fiddlesticks AU. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it, which is beautiful. I can't wait to stitch that one. And the last pattern we got was from 8-Bit Stitch. I'll try and show you without showing you the pattern. And it's in wintry Australia, which is pretty cool. I really like the snowflakes she put on there. So they're the 4 patterns that were in the bag. From Unconventional Cross Stitch was Anita Mida, which had the just the town that it was in on there, not the dates. Silks for You were very kind and gave us all these beautiful silks and a little discount code that I need to go and do something with. Jay's X Stitch gave everyone 2 of her threads. So they're the 2 colours that I got. This one will be very fun to stitch with. I have no idea what it'll be, but it'll be fun. We got some stickers and vouchers from Unconventional Cross Stitch, and that's everything. So, oh, there was also a coffee voucher that people used for a shop around here. There was also bingo throughout the whole retreat. So we had front door prize bingo, which we did on the Saturday. And then I was very generously given lots and lots of prizes by lots of different people. And so I did bingo throughout the whole weekend and gave lots of stuff away, which was actually very, very fun. So I hope that everyone came to the retreat, had an awesome time and enjoyed the stuff in the goodie bag and all their purchases, because I know I did. Okay, let's talk about plans. My plans are to catch up on some stitching prompts and stuff. So if you don't know, I have set up and sometimes do things in the Stitch Into the Wild Facebook group. Adele Cat Stitches is my amazing co-admin and has been carrying that thing on her shoulders for a couple of months now. So I'm catching up. So I just finished March and now I'm well on my way to finishing off April. So the way this group works is that we go to a different habitat each month. So for example, March was tropical rainforest, April was grasslands, and May is the tundra, which is really cool. So you have to firstly collect your supplies. So there's 3 things you have to get, and then there's 10 animals that you go and visit and find. Everything is 100 stitches, so it's not a whole lot of work. So in the whole month, if you only did Stitch Into the Wild, it would be 1,300 stitches. There is an extra challenge, which is 500 stitches, but you don't have to do that. You just get to find an extra animal. But you can only do that during the month. So I haven't been able to do that for the past couple of months because I haven't been stitching. So I'm doing that, and I need to also catch up on May, and soon June will be out. I also participate in WIP Go. In case I didn't say it last time, I'm kind of not, I was doing the Star Wars group, Fandom Central Stitching, but it's a bit much for me at the moment to try and do 3 things. I know I can overlap a lot, but it's a lot to wrap my brain around, and I don't have a lot of brain capacity at the moment. So I am just sticking to these 2. So I also do WIP Go. So I have to catch up on lots of WIP Go goals, which is fine because they run throughout the whole year. So I'm kind of just keeping track. Aurora Cabin has come up 3 times. That's 15 days of stitching, and I've done 4. So I'm about to cross up 1 because it's 5 days per thing. I've also got to do half or finish a small. So I think when I finish Quality Day, I'll tick that one off because I'm happy to just finish it. I've got to do 4,000 stitches on my Haid, and I've done 1,300. Each goal for that is 2,000. So I'm getting close to finishing one of them. And then in May, number 13 was called, which is the free space, but I put that as a random choice and I haven't chosen that yet. So I should do that soon. Just checking if Lily's going to wake up. Oh, she's just moving. And June will be called really soon. So once I have the numbers for June, I'll keep planning for that. So they're my plans. I'm just catching up on everything. Hopefully I can finish that small really soon and start a new one, and hopefully Evening in the Shire, because then I can have a new start on a medium-sized project. My large won't be finished for a while. My other one's probably not. So it is nice to get little finishes here and there. My temperature tree is close to being finished, and when I've done that, I want to do my wedding sampler, because it's been like 18 months since we got married and I haven't done that yet. So that'll be the next thing I do. Then I have to make a choice of whether I do the Advent animals that I really want to do, or if I want to do a bluey cell that's Naomi at the retreat showed me, and I wanted to do that for Lily for her 2nd birthday. It's not massive, but it does need to get done. So I've got to choose between those 2, but that's in a while. And that's a special, and Matt's Grey Dragon won't get done for ages. So we'll have some new starts coming up soon. That's it. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully I'll be back at the end of June. We'll see. I am going on holidays in June, so we'll have to kind of figure that out. It might be more like start of July, but we'll see. I'm very excited. I'm going to New South Wales for a week and a bit, and also to Canberra for some of that time. So looking forward to that a lot. So I'm going to go and clean up. I've got to get Lily up in about half an hour, and then we're going to go and shop for her party, which will be fun. And then I'll come home and keep just doing home stuff. because it's my day off, and this is when I catch up on washing and dishes and stuff that hasn't had a chance to be done. And considering I wasn't home last weekend much, there's a bit of a backlog, so I'm trying to get through that. And then tonight I'll do some stitching. I think that's how it's going to go. At some point this will get edited. It might take me a few days, but it will get edited and uploaded as soon as possible. So thank you again so much for watching and being patient and sticking around with me. Thank you to everyone that came to the retreat and had a fun time. I certainly did. And I can't wait to do it all with you again next year. I'm hoping to get to other Australian retreats as they pop up, because it is such a fun time. So fingers crossed. All right, thank you all, and I'll see you when I see you next. Bye bye.